What is going on, guys? We're back here with another video. If it's your first time, my name is Eddie. This is Eddie's Life. So today I want to talk about, people are telling me, should I lift my truck or should I level the truck? And I said this in my last video, I did have my truck leveled and it was the worst thing I ever did. It rode horrible. It was bouncy. It was a rough ride, and it barely, in my eye, made a difference. So I'm going to show you guys here a truck that is leveled. This is the 2016 GMC Sierra Denali, identical to my truck. Same thing, just it's a 16. And I'm going to show you one thing I don't like about this. So when you lift these trucks, or not lift them, I should say level them, you see here the clearance. So he has pretty much, that's all I can move my finger, right about that. So what that means is he's got no down travel, basically. So when this truck comes up, when he hits the speed bumps, this smacks right here. This is a problem. This is what I hate. Also, these Rancho shocks, they're very, very stiff. And I understand they are made to pull, whatever amount and, the tow rating and all that. But, clearly we don't pull anything, and we're never going to pull anything that heavy. As you see, what he pulls here is a bass boat, jet skis, a toy hauler, 28-foot stealth toy hauler right here that he pulls, which, I pull 34-foot and I don't have any problem with it. And this Advantage boat. That's it. So we don't pull no real weight. So I understand for you guys out there that are saying, well, you're going to pretty much decrease the tow rating. You're right, but by what? What are you going to decrease it by? And also, what do you want? Do you want a smooth ride? And if you're towing, like I said, if you're towing huge stuff, fine, leave it alone. But this is a leveled Duramax right here. This one is not deleted. He still has everything intact on this, as you can see. And I'll explain to you guys also. Remember when I was telling you guys why I wanted to wait until I got rid of this tank to put the steps? Because look at this. I don't know. That's not right. I don't know what's wrong with that. Something's wrong there. But this is pretty much what these steps look like. And you can see that. Let me show you the other side without a tank. And it's probably not falling. Yeah, so this one's not falling down, but you see that? See how you can just see the step like that? I'm not a fan of that. I like them when they're pretty much all the way tucked in, where you can't see it. I don't like this look. Nor do I want to, have to cut something to fit steps. It's kind of ridiculous, all that for the tank. I wish, GM, find a better spot for the tank. What is so difficult? How come Ford and how come Dodge can do it? Why do you stick the tank right there where everybody can see it? I'm sure there's people out there that off-road these trucks and have just smashed and destroyed that tank. This thing's pretty much bone stock. It's just got the leveling kit, tires. He does have the tonneau cover, same cover as mine, and he's got airbags. Because he tows that trailer, and he told me, man, Eddie, I got to get rid of this bouncing. Well, here's how you do it. But other than that, besides, the airbags and tonneau cover and tires, it's pretty much bone stock. Now, I will show you here what we have to do. So pretty much all you do here is, see these keys right here? So these keys, and also you see how far out he's got these? So the more of these you crank in, the higher the front's gonna go. But you don't want to go too high, because you will pretty much have no down travel and just a horrible ride. So all you're doing on a leveling kit on GM is dropping these keys. You pretty much pull this out. There's a special tool. This piece right here, this little like spacer pops out. Then this key just slides out right here where the torsion, this is the torsion bar. So this thing will just pop out, and you put the bigger keys in it, then you crank them back up. But the problem with that is, like I said, all you're doing is just tightening these torsion bars. You're just giving it a pretty much a stiffer ride, which I mean, is horrible in my opinion. If there's anybody out there that likes their ride of a level truck, I'll be in shock compared to an actual, you know, lifted truck with, you know, shocks and, you know, upper control arms, stuff like that, because it's not a smooth ride at all. Then some of you guys asked tire size on a leveling kit. So he's got, I believe, 295 65/20s. Where are they? Yeah, right there. 295 65/20. Do they rub? Yes. They rub here, and it also rubs right there in the back where it's all nice, clean, and shiny. So yes, it does rub. And the back is stock, so he did not touch the back at all. The only thing he did was pretty much the airbags. That's it. The blocks are the same, suspension, didn't touch anything to do with the back. He doesn't care really too much for this truck. This is just like his, you know, go to the desert kind of tow around thing. This is his daily right here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm at my father-in-law's house right now. So these are his vehicles. And like I said, yeah, that's really, he just drives it. This is his daily right here. It's a 2000, I believe it's a 2017 Acura NSX. And these things, they're pretty nice. They're like little Tonka toys. This thing is like, I think it's the size of this golf cart over here. Probably the same size as the Razor. I don't know, but they're pretty nice cars. They're very, very fast. How do you open this thing again? Here's the interior. So it does have all of the Alcantara all over it. And it's got the Alcantara roof all over it. It does also have the Alcantara up here. You know, the inside is pretty, you know, basic, generic. Nothing too fancy about them. You know, I mean, it's about it. Besides it being, you know, extremely fast, and you know, this is also, oh man, I can't know how you sit in this thing. So this is also a electric and battery. When you when you take off, it initially starts the electric motors first, and then it kicks on the gas motors to give you that, you know, takeoff, because obviously electric is the fastest thing right now. It's instant power, pretty much instant torque. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like the Hellcat better. I don't know about this. Yeah, it's pretty nice. A little small, but not bad. Here's the booty end of her right here. Not too shabby. And here's that huge big block V6. I think like 3.8 liter or something. I don't know. I like these cars. I like American muscle. You know, I like to hear the car rumble. You know, I like to you know, feel it shake. You know, feel the cam, hear the cam. You know, these things, you start them and they're like smooth as can be, but still very, very fast, and it is all-wheel drive. So this thing handles like amazingly. Let me know what you guys think of the Acura, but also let me know what you guys think of the leveling kit. If there's anybody out there that has had pretty much good luck with it, or likes the ride of the leveling kit, or has been happy with the ride of the leveling kit, let me know, because I personally did not like it. And also, one thing I forgot to mention too is also the leveling kit comes with spacers. So pretty much you pull these two bolts off right here. You guys can see those two. Push the shock down and you slide these little spacers right under here. But the spacers are literally about that big, and it's supposed to make up for the you know, problem in the ride, but it clearly doesn't. So we've tried everything, and he's probably just gonna go with the lift kit because he's not happy with the ride either. So I mean, there you have it, guys. If you're thinking about leveling the truck, do some homework first before you throw a leveling kit on the truck, just to pretty much educate yourself and make sure you're going to be happy with the truck, because you might not like it. For example, he hates it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave down in the comment section. If you want a review on this, also I'll do that too. And I'm sure you guys are also going to ask me the next question: what does he do for a living? He is the president of Family Tree Video. They pretty much like, it's kind of like that ancestor diary, but he will make pretty much like videos, put them in like a CD, put them in a book, put them in whatever you want. I don't know. Puts them in anything you want basically. And he franchised it, and obviously, you know, did good. Got his Acura, got his Duramax, his boats, bass boats, razors, toys. He had a Lamborghini. He sold it. Now all he does is pretty much sit in a jacuzzi like a mermaid. Let's go see what he's doing. Let's go sneak in on him. Bet you guys he'll be in there. Crazy kids right there. So you guys, so this is all he does right here pretty much, is just sitting here. YouTube wants to know what you do for a living.
You're looking at it.
I told you guys. This is all he does for a living right here. Pretty much hangs out in his jacuzzi. If he gets out, he can't really breathe. He stops breathing. And that's about it. So there you have it, guys. You're wondering what he did. That's what he does for a living. And if you guys have any more questions, leave down in the comment section below and I'll let you know.